Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly relationship reading for Gemini. Gemini. Oh, there we go. Seven of Voices. Oh boy, this is so close to Scorpio energy. Very close to Scorpio's energy. A little different. Cards coming out different, except for these two. This is someone here protecting themselves, their money. This is someone trying to figure something out. This is someone feeling either insecure or they think something sketchy is going on. It's a person who's hard to pin down. They're pinned down by their thoughts here. Yeah. So that's the voices in someone's head, this little aha moment. Yeah, this has to do with Ten of Wands. Somebody here's got some baggage. To me, it looks like someone who doesn't want the risk. They're trying to figure something out here. Like, the voices in their head trying to figure something out. Yeah, it has to do with someone to do with a lot of weight on their shoulders, a lot of pressure. But it has to do with reliable and baggage. Someone not reliable. Yeah, we got a person here who's in that single. See, it's a person who's single. This is someone who doesn't want to be responsible for someone else. They're protecting themselves, their money. But it's about using protection. Anybody who isn't reliable or doesn't pull their weight or you can't depend on them. Somebody who, like you're still single, there's no commitment here. You want to make sure you protect yourself. Someone's doing a lot of thinking about this here. I mean, it could be yourself, Gemini, trying to figure something out here. Yeah, this is someone all up in their field. See, Seven of Emotion. There's opportunity. This is someone there's opportunity. They see opportunity. Often someone who knows a good thing when they see it. But someone is kind of not budging or moving here. They're not giving in. It's often someone who wants things their way. I think we have a person who just wants to be single. They don't really want it's an energy of not wanting, I mean, I see baggage, maybe even holding on to grudges, but I mean, it's just somebody who's kind of set in their ways. It's someone who doesn't want to have to be reliable. They want to be single. They don't want, I mean, it's somebody who doesn't want to have to be reliable, you know. They don't want to have to be responsible for someone else. Yeah, but why? Because it's someone who's hard to pin down. I mean, someone is pinned down. They're doing some thinking. Yeah, this has to do with someone here. I mean, it's an energy of missing an opportunity. But it's also someone here, it's like thanks but no thanks, not interested. I think someone feels they know a good thing when they see it. They feel they missed an opportunity, but it's because they're keeping things close to their chest or they're not budging or giving in. Someone's set in their ways. They're single. Someone who's been single for a while. And I do think there's this little aha moment here that, I mean, it's often when someone has that little realization and seeing the truth. Someone just wants to be single. But here's another thing. It's someone who's holding on to someone. They don't want to let them go. But they don't want someone to depend on them. Interesting. Ace of Swords. Yeah. I feel like this person is someone, I mean, it's a person who doesn't want to let go. They don't want to let go of someone. They're holding on to them. But yet they don't want to give in. They're set in their ways. Because they've been single, right? But it's about opportunity. Ace of Emotion. Yeah. This has to do with someone taking a leap of faith. See, it's somebody here taking a leap of faith, taking a risk. But it's someone who's leaving something behind. See, it's a person who doesn't want to let go of someone, but they don't want to go down this path. They want to be single. Because this is somebody here, and it has to do with, I mean, this is very similar to Scorpio's energy, which is funny because it's water and then we have air. So, but yeah, I do see someone here taking a leap of faith, looking at the risk. See, this is an energy of someone Maybe being ignored, rejected, missing opportunities. Someone here feels they're missing other opportunities because someone's keeping them stuck and single. It's someone holding on to someone who's set in their ways, who wants to be single. They don't want to be responsible. It's somebody who can't really be relied on. So, like I say, it's somebody who's not really pulling their weight here. And Six of Inspiration is Six of Wands. I mean, this is somebody who often goes off and gets attention somewhere else, playing the field. See, a little player energy. See, going off to play the field because somebody's keeping someone stuck and single. It's a person who deserves better. Someone here deserves better. But this person can't be relied on because I do see an energy of someone, this aha moment, someone's having a breakthrough. See, breaking free from someone who's holding on and keeping them stuck because they can't be relied on. It's somebody who's got baggage, yeah, somebody who's not letting go of their baggage. But it's also the energy of the Star, which is somebody willingly letting someone go. It is what it is. I guess it's just not meant to be. But someone's still kind of holding on to hope a little bit here. I mean, it has to do with something not turning out the way it's expected. See, someone has expectations. They're expecting something and the other person knows it. But I think we have a person who's having a breakthrough. In fact, I feel this is, I mean, to me it looks like someone who's free. They've just broke free. They're single. Now they just want to play the field. Or it is about someone breaking free and playing the field, freeing themselves from someone keeping them stuck and single. Yeah. I mean, the Star is an energy of hope. I mean, it could be someone who gets a lot of attention. They're really popular. See, seeking attention somewhere else. But this has to do with things not turning out expected. Somebody had expectations and it didn't turn out as expected. Yeah, look at that. The Magician, Gemini energy. Someone's holding on to someone they don't want to let go, but they're not getting what they want. I mean, it's just things not turning out as expected, period. This is a person who just comes in when they want attention. Then when the other person wants attention, the other person doesn't budge. It's somebody being stubborn, selfish. They're refusing to give in. They're keeping someone else single. Yeah, you can see a person here too, opportunities coming in, things speeding up, gaining momentum. It has to do with communicating. See, this is somebody who's in that been there, done that. This is somebody who's just about had enough. They've been there, done that. They're about other opportunities coming in, manifesting other opportunities. And I do see opportunities coming in. So I think this is somebody who's about to leave someone behind to go down a new path. Because I feel there's momentum and opportunity. See, it's about manifesting what it is you desire. I think there's so many, I mean, it could be you keeping yourself stuck and single because you're letting somebody keep you in that situation. Because I do see options and opportunities, and I see some of you missing other options and opportunities. Because it's like someone sees you as an option. They don't want to give in, you see. They don't want to be reliable. I feel like you got someone, you can't really rely on them. So you rely on yourself. Yeah, it has to do with someone who doesn't always follow through. See, there's a lot of apprehension. Someone who, you know, they kind of come in and communicate, hey, what you doing? The communication, see? But it doesn't go anywhere. This is someone who knows this isn't going anywhere. It's not going to be successful. It's someone who just comes in when they want attention. Yeah, I think you're out of here. I feel like you've got someone's number here. You might be dealing with, I do see an Aries energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, Sagittarius. See, Sagittarius is often someone who's a free spirit. So there's this free spirit. See, breaking free, being free. Free of someone who's keeping you stuck and single. And this is where I feel someone's trying to hold on to you. Yeah, I think you're going to break free. And I do think you got someone who just doesn't follow through. Someone who, they're apprehensive. And if they do come in, it's kind of like they want you to be the one to take all the risks. They want you to take the risks. They don't want to take any risks. So they kind of communicate in a way that lacks a lot of clarity. It's all how they communicate. I think you know this is someone who doesn't have your best interest at heart. They have their own best interest. They just want to be single, but they're keeping you in that situation. Yeah, see the cycle ending, new cycle beginning. This is that moment where, like I say, it's this win or lose. You know, I feel like it's about getting off. It could be something on and off, maybe getting off this emotional roller coaster, but things are about to shift in your favor. I feel like you have other opportunities coming in. So you're definitely not going to settle, I feel, for someone who keeps you stuck. Because it's someone who doesn't want to let you go, but yet they don't follow through. You can't rely on them. So where you rely on yourself, I think you're going to break free and go get attention elsewhere. I do see you being popular and actually getting a lot of attention suddenly too. I see good luck and timing here for you. Things definitely changing in your favor. Somebody is heading in your direction here. Yeah, I see strength, confidence. See, this is taming the beast. Taming the beast. But this is also your own inner strength. See, it's an energy of feeling confident here. I think you have a person here who just isn't confident. And I do think this is someone who probably has dated a lot of people, probably has a lot of baggage, hasn't had anything long term. So you have to look at why. Okay? Why? And that's what that Ace of Swords is about down here. And I think you know why. Because they're not reliable. It's someone who doesn't always follow through. They're very apprehensive. Yeah, but I think you got another person coming in, which is really interesting. I think it looks to me like someone who's a lot more confident. Yeah, you got another person coming in to ask you date. Opportunities coming to date. So if you're dealing with someone who's keeping you stuck and single, like I say, they refuse to budge and give in. They want everything their way. It's my way, the highway, or they want their cake and eat it too. I think you're going to break free. And I do see you going off, exploring other options. And I do see you going on a date with someone coming in here. Yeah, and it is somebody who follows through too. They build the foundation. It's a person who comes in right. They build the foundation. They start off by dating. Tell me about this page of material. Yeah, this is the Knight. See, this is somebody who rushes in and keeps on going. Somebody who's and they could be a little bit of a player, but this is someone who likes new things. They like that new. So they rush in. They're all enthusiastic because they like new. And then they keep right on going. See, someone dating lots of people, player. There's definitely a player energy. But you know, like I say, from the perspective of yourself here, with this magician energy, manifesting what you desire, somebody who lays a foundation, somebody who follows through, commit, you can rely on them. See, the Knight of Inspiration is full of enthusiasm. Somebody's super enthusiastic, but they don't always stick around. They're a runner. This is somebody who's a runner, okay? You're dealing with a runner. I mean, it could even be yourself. Some people just are, right? Some people who are just kind of in that energy of just being single, because that's where this is somebody who likes to be free, maybe a free spirit to do as you please. But I feel like you're dealing with a runner. Yeah. I feel like you got other opportunities coming in. Somebody who will follow through and lay the foundation. Yeah, you got an Emperor here. So it does look like somebody who is a possible Aries or Scorpio. I mean, an Emperor can be anyone. It's just the energy of someone who's about to take a leap of faith. They're ready to go down this path. I mean, it could be someone you're dealing with who's been stuck in something on and off, and they're the one breaking free. But the Emperor tells me this is someone who knows what they want. The Emperor makes it happen. Yeah, you got choices in love here. So I do see, look at that's your energy, lovers, right? This is about making choices here. You have everything you need to manifest what you're desiring here. So you know your worth and value. But I do think you're releasing someone here that doesn't have your best interest at heart. Okay? It's not like they're out to cause any harm. It's just somebody who doesn't want to be pinned down. They don't want to have someone relying on them. They're not dependable. They don't want to be. And they do have baggage. They do have baggage. But I think this is where you release this, because I see you manifesting new. So you got love. You got another person coming in to ask you out here. Yeah. Look at that. This could lead to commitment too. Someone who builds the foundation. See, somebody who actually commits. It's all about making a commitment. It's about starting it off right, building the foundation. Someone who's stable, reliable. I see a house, a home. There's a reason to celebrate. So, like I say, I feel like you're about to break free from, something that's holding you back, whatever it may be. I mean, it could even be yourself breaking free from being a runner yourself. I wouldn't even be surprised here. But I feel like you're manifesting new. And I think you have all the tools, you have everything you need to manifest what you desire. So if you got someone keeping you stuck and single, don't be afraid to break free. Because I think you've got someone who's a runner here. Yeah, I think you need to be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you're manifesting too. Caution, right? Being a little careful what you're manifesting. Tell me about the Magician. Yeah. Out with the old, in with the new. Time out, healing. See, making a life path decision. Big decision. Out with the old. Someone who's a runner. See, this is where you start to make decisions that... I think this is somebody who just... I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if this is somebody who kind of gets around a little bit, They chase a lot of people. They get a lot of attention. They love the chase. They like the attention that they get. But you're not getting something that you want. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's been third parties or just could be hurt feelings. But I would be careful of someone who puts you in a third party position. I think you have the power, the tools. You have everything you need to manifest what you desire. So be careful what you wish for with this person. Okay? Because you could end up hurt or involved in a third party. Yeah. See, taming the beast, teaching someone how you want to be treated. But it's where it takes all your inner strength often to break free. I think you're just dealing with someone who's not really... I think it's a person who knows they're not reliable. They don't want to be dependable. They don't want to be dependent on. And I do think they have a lot of baggage. Yeah, and I do see you taming the beast, teaching someone how you want to be treated, and breaking free. Yeah, I think you got somebody else coming in. I think this is just where you can start to feel more confident here because this is somebody coming in to ask you out. Literally someone who'll build the foundation, and they come in right, like they want to build a foundation. They want to be here. Put it that way. It's all about committing in the end. Somebody who will commit. I think you're dealing with someone who probably will never make a complete commitment. I don't know about this person. Like I see, there's options, opportunity. I think this is someone who has a lot of options here. I do think you need to look at how this is going to play out. Look before you leap. I do see a cycle ending. See, it shows cycle ending. I think you've been dealing with something on and off, or it's the person that you're dealing with. They could be ending something on and off and breaking free. It could go that way. But yeah, it's all about the Fool, going down this path. Yeah, speaking up, speaking your mind. See, you have experience. You're no fool. Fool me once, fool me twice, fool me 3 times. Up goes the sword. Excellent. You're going to choose wisely. See, this is teaching someone how you want to be treated. And people like this, once you teach them how you want to be treated, they often run away. Yeah, you're not going to get what you want, but they're not getting what they want either. That's why it's saying being careful what you're manifesting, okay? Little caution here. Be wise. Yeah, you do have someone coming in to date, though. Like I say, it's about building the foundation. Just look. Do they come in right? Do they follow through when you haven't if they said, hey, let's go out, do they follow through? And that's what I feel. You've got somebody here who doesn't follow through on everything. I think they're just a little bit selfish and stubborn. I mean, like I say, they're keeping you stuck and single. And that's where I feel like you need to speak your mind. And generally, you're very good at that. Yeah, it has to do with being fair. See, it's like come to me right or don't come to me at all. But this is about harmony and balance. I think someone here hasn't been fair. I do think you have a person who's non-committal. I do think they're a runner. And I do feel like you deserve better here because I see it. You deserve better. The person who's coming towards you is definitely going to, I see just dating, courting, spending time together. But like I say, it's hard to say where this is going to go. But it's the people who come in right have more chance of succeeding and being long term. Because most people, when they don't come in right, that's usually how it starts and that's usually how it ends. You see? So it's all about harmony and balance. See, and somebody who builds a foundation, it's just confirming it. They come in right from the get-go. They follow through. If they said, hey, you want to go out this weekend? And they follow through. If someone doesn't follow through, they're not coming in right. So it's often people who just, like I say, they're people who often just kind of really don't want to be relied on. In other words, they're almost like teaching you, like, don't rely on me, right? I'm not always going to be there. But I feel it's people who often are playing the field, dating other people. They don't like to be pinned down to one person. They like the chase. And I think you're going to have a little aha moment about that. Because I feel like you're just not getting what you want. They're not getting what they want either, to be honest, because I feel like you're not going to give them what they want. So maybe you're giving someone an ultimatum. You know, come to me right or commit, or you're going to cut them out. And I feel like most of you are cutting someone out here. I think you got a new person. I think you got choices between two. And I do think it's this person here. And I do feel two people seeing eye to eye, see friends first. And I do think this is a little bit of structure. Maybe you're putting up some boundaries here. Friends first. Put those boundaries up right up at the get-go. Friends first to see if we get along, to see if you like each other, if you see eye to eye. Yeah. Interesting. I think you got a person here just like, you know, it's an energy of that. Someone who just likes the chase. They like the attention, you know. That's what I feel. But people like that often always have someone new, because if they don't get what they want from one person, they go get it from someone else. And then they come back again to yourself, you see. This is why I feel about protecting yourself from this. And again, there's the aha moment. See, win or lose, coming right. See, it has to go in both people's favor. It has to work for both people. But I think you got someone who kind of wants everything their way. And if they come in that way and you start to feel that, don't be afraid of putting up boundaries, okay? Because nobody should be in complete control of how things go. You both have to see eye to eye. It has to work for both people. Yeah, one of these definitely could be a winner. I think the other one's more of the other end of the spectrum. I don't got to say they're a loser, but like I say, I mean, it's just somebody who's, I think, never really satisfied. They're happy with the way things are. See, they don't want you to rely on them. And that's why I kind of feel it's someone who's not only just non-committal. They could be like, they like chasing other people, or they get chased a lot and they like that attention. They're popular. Not always for the right reasons. Take care. See you soon.